Hello friends, welcome to Biology and Career. Today's topic is cell membrane or plasma membrane, which is the outer border of a cell. So, what is plasma membrane? The first point is it is a dynamic fluid structure and forms the boundary of cell. So dynamic means most of their molecules are able to move about in the plane of the membrane, and it is a fluid structure and forms the boundary of cell. The second point is this membrane is selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means it do not allows all the molecules to cross the membrane. Rather, it allows some solutes to cross it more easily than others. So, different models are proposed to explain the structure and composition of plasma membrane. So, the models are Danieli-Davidson model, which is also known as sandwich model or PLP model. This model is proposed in 1935. In 1959, unit membrane model or Robertson model was proposed, and the scientists Singer and Nicholson in 1972 proposed the fluid mosaic model, and which is now the most accepted model. Now see the fluid mosaic model. In this model, membrane is a quasi-fluid structure. Quasi-fluid means plasma membrane act both like solid and liquid. It functions like solid by enclosing the contents of the cell and also function like liquid, enabling the molecules to pass the membrane. Proteins are embedded throughout the lipid bilayer. See this diagram. The lipid bilayer, this is the lipid bilayer, and the proteins are embedded throughout the lipid bilayer. This red color, this orange color, sky color, these are the proteins, and this is the lipid bilayer. If we see the lipid bilayer, then we will find three classes of lipid molecules present in the bilayer. These are phospholipid, glycolipid, and sterols. The major sterol is cholesterol, which is present in the plasma membrane of animal cell. Cholesterol is absent in plant cell. If we see the structure of a phospholipid, we will find a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. These polar head groups are in contact with the intra or extracellular aqueous phase, and these non-polar tails face each other, constituting the hydrophobic interior of the membrane. Membrane protein. Most membrane proteins are classified as peripheral, also called extrinsic, or integral, also called intrinsic proteins. But according to the function, membrane proteins are carrier or channel proteins. With the help of this diagram, we can explain the lipids and proteins. So, these are the phospholipids. Phospholipids are the barrier to protect the cell and also work to provide for various substances across the membrane. Now, the glycolipids. Glycolipids maintain the stability of membrane and to facilitate cellular recognition. Now, the sterols. The major sterol is cholesterol, which is present in the plasma membrane of animal cell. The sterols are necessary for stabilizing the membrane and also have important function in fluidity. and ion permeability. Now the integral proteins. Integral proteins are integrated throughout the lipid bilayer. These are the integrated proteins. And this is the peripheral proteins, which is situated in the peripheral area of the lipid bilayer. Now the channel proteins. The channel proteins transport down their concentration gradient. These channels may be gated or non-gated. This channel's mediate transport is always passive and much faster rate than carrier protein. Okay. Now the carrier protein. Carrier proteins can be uniporters or co-transporters. Unitransporter transport single solutes and co-transporters mediate coupled transport. Carrier mediated transport may be active or passive. Now the glycoprotein, which is attached to the glycolipid. These are some points about the function of lipids and proteins which I have already discussed in the diagram. You can note these for your convenience. Okay. If any other queries or any other doubt, please comment me.